Right, just a quick update as to where we're at. I have finalised my plans and I put them on paper. So that's obviously the outside of the van. These are what I'm going to make on the back rear ramp door, and how the front interior here is going to be. That's what the kitchen colour scheme is going to be like that we're actually working on at the moment. I've chosen my tiles. As you can see, they're like a variation of red, orange, or dark orange and yellow mosaic, which would bring that bit of pop, and also there'll be a bit of board in the centre of the cat cage, which I've just carried around as well. Clad up this side, clad on the back, clad on the side here, and as you can see, the counter is going to go across the top, so I can put washing up bowl in the hole in there, store 2 cookers in there. This would be fridge eventually, but at the moment we're going to put a cupboard door on that so I can make some sort of shelves or just chuck stuff around the back. There'd be a gap here, so I'll probably make some sort of wooden door just to hide that. And we've got the drawers at the moment, which are falling apart, but obviously later on I can put another door on the front of that and just make shelves in that or something, do something with that later. But we're trying to keep these drawers going. But I wanted this pine to stay because it matches the pine in here. So you can see there, you know, it's not to scale or anything. Obviously the log burner will be in the corner. Not to scale, but gives you an idea of how the colour is going to go. So we're working on that at the moment. I'm waiting for David to come back at the moment to help me put in the cat cage fronts on here. I can make the doors and everything. Well, I've also got to utilise David with his tools and help me with the metal work whilst he's here, and the rest of the time I'm going to sort of really push on because I've got some time scales to keep to now and some dates and everything to sort of go out and try these things. Now, the back. I have decided how this is going to go now, so I'm just literally just taking things down at the moment. We're going to dismantle all this. I just started to dismantle it all. I've got to take all, so the cats can't sleep up there. They sleep with me anyway, and they sleep in the pram in the front, and they sleep in the at night time, and they can still get up there if they can jump onto that. So I'm going to take all this down, get all these bits of wood framing down, and all the bits that are stored in here, and just tidy this up, because the next thing to do is this back wall, and I've finally decided how it's going to be done. Now obviously you've heard about me saying I wanted like a shop counter, I wanted a box here, I wanted a TV on that, I was going to make sort of catio and cattery around here and everything. So the final way of doing this is the whole section is going to be boarded, but it's obviously so there's going to be like no see-through bits or anything, but there are going to be a door and a window, and I'll explain that now. So if you can imagine, this is going to have a door in this section here. It's going to be a 3-way door, a 3-way stable door. So basically, if I show you the picture, have I got a picture of it? Yes. So so as you can see, there's going to be stable door at the bottom, and then the top bit of stable door is going to be split. So when it's open up outwards, so from the outside you have a little bit roof comes up and a shaft goes down. That'd be like my little shop counter porch thing, that people can sort of come and see me through, or they can look through, with a stable door underneath which gives access. So this whole door will actually open out onto the exterior ramp when the ramp's up. And then on the other side, so we're looking outside here, this is the bedroom side, and where the cats are going to have a box here and the top bunk. There's going to be a box here with a TV on this side, and this is the outer bit. There'll be a flap dropping down which goes to the outside with a little flap out, so they actually have a little window that they can jump out of the back, same as I've got a door there. Because the idea being, and this is my big secret and surprise thing that I'm working on, I don't know if I've got it here, yes we have, is that I'm going to have a portable catio that goes up on the back half, so they come out of their window, they go into the catio, and on this side obviously I've got my door which will open up, and there'll be steps going down so people can come in to then look in there. I'll have my shop and my gazebo, everything on outside. I'll still be able to stand on here and do talks, but I'll have access to people to come in and walk in and sort of pay me from the shop, or just come and see the cats. So the cushions that are actually down there, the 2 tables and the cushions that are there at the moment, when this door opens they will go outside into the catio, so the cats have got a little bench and stools. They're actually taken outside, or they could be used for shop counter and things like that. But ideally we want to have that because they'll be jumping down from their windows, going to be there just above the cat eye. So they have a shelf to jump down onto that, so they've got somewhere to sit outside, so they'll be secure and obviously contained. Now, to keep them contained, they're still going to have their catching on top of here, but I'm going to have the half for storage. I was going to have the drums in this bit here, but I'm going to make this for a bit of drum storage here, maybe a bit more underneath. And then the cats will have a double story there, which they can jump down to go through to outside and back up. There'll be an overdoor box, they can, or pathway, they can walk through a hole there and walk across, and then they'll come down and they can jump down here, go across and up and through to that hole. Obviously if this door's shut, they'll be contained within the catio in the front there. So if this door's open, they're contained there. And if the door's shut, I can shut all the doors down so they can't get out. There'd be little holes and flaps up and down so they can't get out unless they're able to, and things like that. So this side, obviously, let's go back to the picture. Turn it the right way. It's going to be the nice door. So all I have to do at the moment now is tear down the bunks, because I've got to build this framework here and to get the bits of ply and everything, and everything to get the, and that'll stop the wind coming in as well. So I've got to build the framework with ply and the door frame and make these. So even at the moment, which I can't do any more, obviously I can't do the catio and things like that yet, because obviously that's down to finances. But once I've done this kitchen, I'll be building this frame and this door and that little window. And obviously at the moment we've just got the bed here, and we'll carry on building the bunk. Once we've got that in, I can then build the top bunk and everything over the top of that, and to make things fit, because ideally I want to build a new bed frame rather than keep, because at the moment I've actually just got a, like I say, a duvet thing in here, what do you call it, a divan base in here, and ideally I want to be able to build my own wooden bed in here as well. So all this is obviously just a mess, and I actually need spare bits of wood at the moment to build the kitchen, because I'm limited to how many orders I can put in for woodwork and that. So I'm going to tear this down, take all this down. I can use this to finish the kitchen off, because the cats are quite happy to sleep with me at the moment. They have to manage not going up there. That will actually then give me space to finish off insulation that, get the ceiling insulated, and if that means I've just got to go forward with the back wall and the front for the first event, then so be it. At least, you know, you can see what's going on, and then as the funds come in, we can obviously carry on building the rest. So like I say, so there is, we're going back to the original idea of having that door there, but I say the shop counter will go outwards, so it gives me all this space here, for when that's down, to actually still be within this space. All this storage will be used to carry shop stock and my stock and things and different things, and people don't have to come in here for the shop will be outside. So we'll just have the gazebo and everything outside, and later on I'll have an awning off the top of here, so I can actually just, you know, have that there. At the moment I have to go and carry a gazebo here, and I've still got the horse thing to tie it to for security when it's travelling, and I carry all the tables, folding tables and that in here at the moment still as well. And obviously under the bed we'll have storage for my clothes and everything, so that's what I've got a problem with at the moment. So as you can see, that by taking this down, getting access to all this, it really help. So we're going backwards, but we're going forward. So now I've finalised what that's going to be, and also by having the ply all in there, that's going to stop the draft coming in. Yes, it's not going to be waterproof so much. I could try and get it varnished and everything and try to sort of protect it a little bit, and later on I can probably get some larch or something to sort of clad it with. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but right now just getting the ply in, and that will, in front of this door, in front of that ramp, will stop that draft coming in. So that's going to be really important, and by having fully enclosed shutter windows and stable doors and whatever, again we're giving that protection. Now obviously I'll have to take off these stable door guides to do that, but that's fine. And I still try and get Ian to do outside, to have that bit sort of cover over the top to stop the leaks coming in, because obviously at the moment the leaks will come in and down and drop down here onto the ply, but hopefully the ply will be this side of the wall, so that, you know, it is what it is. I've just got to try and do something at the moment just to make it a lot better and give me that working space and to see how things are. So that's my plans. I mean, I'm loving how that kitchen, it's nice to actually put things down on paper to sort of show the colour scheme and everything and see how things going to be. I'm really excited about how that colour is going to go, and obviously that's going to tie in with all the van colour. This is going to be miniature sand, not that bright yellow as that, more of a miniature sand colour which ties in with the cat's colouring, and I'm going to get some stickers or paint the little dots on the back to make it more leopardy. And on the back, as you can see, there's going to be a Savannah cat, my logo, Savannah cat face, looking like through a porthole at the back, with my name on it. So you can see things coming together, what I'm planning. I'm just actually working out cut lists and what wood I need and how many tiles I need and everything while David's not here. And David then hopefully help me get this insulation done and everything, you know, the framework in, which I can then carry on with when he's not here. At the moment, I'm stuck to carry on not doing anything at the moment because this needs the metal drills to go through and secure the bits of uprights and things in. Same as this side, and once that's done, that's insulated, I can obviously carry on with doing the cladding and the tiling, and obviously I can build the kitchen and get that base in. So it's really struggling trying to work with the kitchen at the moment. So obviously I've had a week of, you know, not really doing much, so I'm trying to make things productive and make sure I've got all the list of cut lists and things ready. So that's where we're at. So we're not just going to be doing this front bit, we're going to be doing the back wall as well, possibly a ceiling as well if I can get enough stuff sorted for that, and it's down to finances. But at least if I can get that done, then that would then leave all the interior, the bedsit, the insulation and all that sort of stuff to be done later, which is really, really helpful. So I'm going to, yeah, like I said, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to tear all this down, take all these cushions down, get all this surplus stuff out, get all this wood available to be used for the kitchen, and we'll go from there. I'll catch you later. Bye for now. Right, so as you can see, we've taken the bits of hardboard out. I've left this in place, I just can't get it undone at the moment with my drill bits. And also, this was all put together from outside the van. So I've got to go outside, open these doors to be able to undo all these bits, take all these bits off. And obviously these doors will have to come off. I think, presuming they just lift off. Not sure, but if not, we'll have to cut the hinges off that to be able to put obviously the new framework in. And obviously we kept these in because I was going to have them as a windbreak, and it's an extra bit of protection against the rain and the cold that's coming in through the big gap at the moment, so I could do the wall. So obviously to be able to do this wall, which is where this is in place, I've got to take these off, and then we can obviously put the wall on the inside of this lorry, because the extension, the horse box bit is an addition. The ramp's an addition, that's why the rain comes down in, because this is on the outside of the lorry. This is actually the end of the lorry here. So we're going to build the framework up against that so the rain carries on down the other side on the outside. And we'll keep the ramp obviously to put the bits on and to give us an extra protection to the door. But obviously my main build's got to be in this gap here. I'll show you that, in this gap here. So this is where my wall's got to go. So I'm hoping that there's enough space for a bit of framework, maybe a bit of space for insulation, I'm not sure. It depends how long the bed is, but this is a 6'3" bed. I'm only like 5'6", so I can lose a bit off the end of the bed if anybody else wants to sleep in it. Then obviously they have to curl up a bit, but there'd be a bit of space for me. I mean, I could move that wall that way, but I actually want to have as much toilet space as possible and moving space in there. That's, you know, it's important for me to have that much space. I'm struggling getting this off. Like I say, this will come off, but that's about the right height. If maybe go if I go a bit higher, might go a bit lower, I don't know yet. Maybe just keep that as it is. This has got to be made straighter. This isn't straight. So all that's got to come off to be able to put the wall in, and then obviously we can worry about putting all the extra bunks in afterwards. And like I say, there'll be another section here, a box underneath here, which I can put a TV on the end so I can sit in bed and watch TV. And then this bit of box here will have the exit flap out into the catio outside to be basically a window that's a wooden window that drops down like a drawbridge, so it will keep it warm still. And then obviously he's going to have the box here, and then on this side of the box we'll have another door with a bit of a grill or something. Maybe we'll don't know what I'm going to do yet, that the cats can come out and jump down into here, or go across the cross walkway, but it's going to go from here. So this top bunk, there'll be a walkway across, or it may be enclosed, depending on what we're going to be doing. I might have just a doorway there, so once they're in here, they're free. But there'd be a doorway, a ramp across to the top of the doorway, then they can jump down and go that way. But this box, these two boxes need to be enclosed. So once they're in, they can go down and out to outside, or down, and they're just staying in here for now. Obviously they were going to have access all the way across there, but I'm going to use it as storage as well. So I may just keep it as open so the cats share the storage with the drums and everything. So they won't be carrying drums all the time, they'll only be travelling with me once we've got to go somewhere. Because obviously they take up a lot of space, but at other times this can be the whole cat top bedroom, and obviously if they're enclosed in there, they need a bit of space in there to be kept in it, contain it away, and the catio will have a litter tray and everything in. And then obviously when their store's shut, they can go up through that hole there, and I'm going to try to work out to have walkways around and over the top. I don't know how that's going to work yet. Obviously that's a long way down the line. But you can see the state here. I think the best thing to do with this will be to take all these boards off and reuse them somewhere where they're going to look nice, and just put a bit of ply in there like I've done this side. Just put a bit of ply down over the insulation, and then it'll all be one thing then. Probably be the easiest way of doing it, rather than just have it keep it all bitty and not really any good. Because obviously while it says the divan bed, that can all come out, so we can get the divan bed out. There is obviously the diesel heater underneath, so this is why I wanted to build another bed over the top of it, so we can actually have the diesel heater secured in, boxed in, so it's safe and not going to be disturbed by storage. At the moment the bed is just sat over it, the divan base is just sat over it, so that's all got to be looked at and secured and made sure that's all wired properly, and all around the back of here as well, so it all has to come out. But this obviously is later. Right now it's kitchen and the front bit and this rear wall with the door, and we'll just keep people outside for now. And then I'll just carry on living in this mess. But like I say, once I've taken that down, just put a bit of ply with that, that's going to be so much easier. So that's worth doing that. So when this is all taken down, bang a bit of ply on there, get this framework done, get the roof done, and then all this middle bit can be sorted as and when it's necessary. This wall's obviously got to be done, so this has got to come off. To put a thinner bit of insulation on, get that boarded straight, get all that wall done and clad. Don't know what I'm doing with these yet. I may just take these boxes off and just have a step there for the cats to go through. So I've got different shelving up here. I don't know yet what's happening here. But you see all the cushions. That's all the cushions and the blankets from at the back, from on top of this settee, the lounge seat. So obviously I'm keeping that in here. Just to be able to put the lounge back, seating back together in a minute. I just have a seat there, you know, there's no protection from the cold and the wind. It's going to be very cold, windy and wet from here on at the moment now. But it's work in progress, isn't it? So it's all good.